Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 2.
This will not take long.
Let's go ahead and get some items repaired, some reforged. We've got a few pieces of equipment, and we should have everything for some things. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. I think that's down at the docks. And that is Cromwell's home.
If it must be done.
Let's go ahead and get down here. And then I think we'll use the deck of many things after that. Haven't quite decided what I want to do with that. I've looked over the options for it. And for this party, they're not fantastic. I mean, there's the things that aren't bad, but there's things that are really good. It's just, like, not quite what I really care about, shall we say. Alright, so let's go ahead and quick save.
It will be done.
Go ahead and talk to you. Let's see. Do I have anything you could forge into an item? Aye now, what have we here? You've a hammer, thunderbolts, gauntlets of ogre power, girdle of frost giant strength, and a scroll with a thunder hammer's true name, Cromfair. 'Tis a collection that would widen the eyes of the soul forger himself. I could create the Cromfair for you, friend, if you have interest. What would that involve? Two things, me friend. It'll cost you 10,000 gold pieces for the work, no less. And without an apprentice, you'll have to stay here a full day to help me run the forge. That sounds fine. Let's do it. As you wish. For such a commission, we can start on it right away. No sense wasting time, then. It'd be best if we just get to it. Now, if that is actually taking the Gauntlets of Ogre Power and the Girdle of Giant Strength, I may opt not to do that. Because we will be losing 2 strength increasing items and getting just a weapon in return. We'll see. We'll see how good it is. Well, there you go, me friend. Use it well, and if you comes across anything else of interest, ye knows where to bring it, eh? Cromfair plus 5. Okay, so yes, that did take away her gauntlets, which of course means that her strength is down to 15. Her strength is down to 11. Yeah, so I would be losing 2 strength increasing items. Now this does give strength of 25, so I guess technically I'm only losing 1. Thaco plus 5, 2d4 plus 3 plus 5 electrical, one-handed warhammer. $19 to 25 damage. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. I really need to think about that, though. I guess I could swap the,
Bo says, what?
I guess I could swap the Girdle of Hill Giant Strength over to... Yeah, I could swap that over to you, and you'd still be pretty strong. What is that? Plus 3 versus slashing attacks. Alright, so we're looking at 12 to 21 damage from Minsk, 20 to 25 from Jahara, and 19 to 25 from Viconia. But we are also losing out on the Flail of Ages right now. Which, I do a 15 to 24. And that is a big drop in damage right now, because I'd be losing the +5 thing. I don't know, the fact that it does acid and fire damage means that this kills, trolls. Then again, this slays stone golems, clay golems, ettins, and trolls. Does it just, like, automatically do that? I don't know. I need to think about that. Let's go ahead and load back up.
Please, come on. Pretty, please.
And real fast, just drop that for the moment. Let's see what else we can do.
Done.
Hammer Thunderbolts, scroll the true name of the hammer. You can forge a great weapon. Yep. Hey, you've part of some sort here. Is it? Let me see. I see. You have a hilt and a blade here for a longsword, and a pommel gem with much of its power. I could forge it all into one mighty sword for you. What would be involved in that? 2 things, me friend. It will cost you 7,500 gold pieces for the work, no less, and without an apprentice, you'll have to stay here for a full day. That's fine, let's do it. Because the Flail of Ages can be upgraded in Throne of Ball to a +5 weapon. And I have one of the pieces already. So, I don't know. I need to think about that. Okay. So we have the Equalizer. Immune to Charm and Confusion. Strikes as a +3 weapon. Versus True Neutral, it's +0 to hit, 1d8 damage. Versus a Chaotic Neutral, Lawful Neutral, +1 to hit, 1d8 +2 damage. Versus Neutral Good, Neutral Evil, +2 to hit, 1d8 +4 damage. Other alignments, +3 to hit, 1d8 +6 damage. Which probably means that it doesn't really, like, make itself very clearly... I don't know. Let's see. Strikes as a +3 weapon. Such is the age of the sword that its true origin has been lost to time, but markings hint that it was possibly forged in the service of Helm. Also called the Sword of Neutrality, it seems designed to seek and terminate extremities, to shift the universe closer to harmonious equilibrium. The further the behavior of a target from true balance, the more potent the damage they suffer. It's... I don't know. Damage isn't that great. I'll just put it away for now. Do I have anything else? Yep. Part of a bow? Looks like Gessen's work. Aye, 'tis Gessen's work indeed. A string and a shaft both. I could remake one of the great bowyer's short bows for you. 'Tis a truly powerful weapon. What's involved in that? 7,500. That's fine. Do it. So we're going to be here for a while, guys. Talking to my companions there. Kinda wish I could just skip this and get right to having the item, because I've seen it already. I like how much help I'm giving him, standing right there doing absolutely nothing.
Some of my finest work.
Alright, electrical resistance plus 20%. When no arrows are equipped, the bow fires missiles that are treated as +4 for the purpose of determining what enemies they can damage. The missiles receive +4 to hit, including the bonus listed below, and deal a total of 2 piercing and 1d8 electrical. kind of odd. 2 to 2. Four to 9. 3 to 8. 1d6 plus 1, and short bow of Gessen plus 2. Go ahead and put that away. The thing, though, is, like, I like the 3 shots per round out of this. So, I guess we'll stick with that for now. Although this does have a better 2-hit. You know what? No, it's probably a good time to retire that one. We'll stick with that. Alright. Next up. You've the shaft and blade of a halberd. Power of water and its elemental magic. Most interesting. If you like, I could try to reforge it for you. Alright. So we're looking at another 7,500 gold. Let's do it. Have money, will reforge. Yeah, I really need to think about what I want to do about the Crom Fair thing. I mean, it does instantly kill a bunch of things, so that's pretty good. Wave plus 4, 15% chance to drain a victim of water, plus 15 cold damage. Slays fire elementals, Ifrit, and salamanders. Okay. That is pretty good. 13 to 22 damage, though. I think because I'm specialized. 1d10 plus 4, 1d10 plus 3, 7, and 5. It is faster. I'll hold on to it for now. Because I do also have... Actually, it's probably not in here, is it? It is probably somewhere else. It is probably in here. Where are you? Yeah, Dragon's Breath plus 4. 1d10, plus 1 cold, plus 1 fire, plus 1 electrical, plus 1 acid, plus 1 poison. So... But it's not... I mean, like... There's going to be things that are immune to those. That said, I think that as long as they're not, like, 100% resistant to it, they'll still take the 1 damage. So it's not bad. Hey, what's this? Gith craftsmanship? Haven't seen this in over a century. Aye, you've the hilt and blade of a Vorpal silver sword. If you're willing to risk the wrath of the Gith, I'm willing to put it back together for you. What would be involved in that? 7,500. That sounds fine. Let's do it. I mean, I haven't really encountered that many trolls lately, I suppose. And the Hammer of Thunderbolts does kill them, and it does give you 25 strength when you equip it. I think it is unquestionably the best weapon in the game. It's just the losing of the Gauntlets of Ogre Power and Girdle of Frost Giant Strength that kind of... I don't know. And on top of that, she has this ring that gives plus 1 strength, so... like, I'm getting that on top of the 21 from this. She's got 22 because of that. I don't know. Alright, Silver Sword. It is a two-handed sword. It is +3. 25% chance per hit that the target must save versus death at a -2 or die. Wow. That is not just, you know, on an 18, 19, or 20 kind of thing. This Vorpal Silver Sword radiates a dark aura when you examine it, and the blade is so finely sharpened it could likely sever a head in a single blow. So it's equal to Jorl's Dagger. That has the same chance to confuse. Does an extra point of cold damage, but I think we'll go with that. And much as it pains me, I think I'm going to be sticking with Lilikor just because immunity to charm and confusion. If I got a +4 weapon, then I might consider swapping that. But for now...
Certainly.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Alright, nothing else. How much money did we lose? We had something like 94,000, and now we're down to 66,000. Not too bad. Definitely worthwhile. Okay, so let's think about the Hammer of Thunderbolts. If I get that, 13 to 18, 14 to 23, 15 to 20, 12 to 21, so Minsk would be losing 2. I'd have to be swapping the... actually, let's get that back on you. So you're at 19 to 24 with that. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to give her the girdle, and Minsk would just have to be back down to his normal strength score. And I'm pretty sure we'd be wasting that +1 strength on her. I'm kind of inclined to just stick with what we got, because we got 1800, we got 19, and we got 22, which is pretty good. On the other hand, that thing does kill things in one hit. I'll have to think about it. We'll come back before the, oh, right, yep, you're encumbered. I gave it some more thought. I mean, electrical damage isn't that spectacular. Although, how... Like, fire is... There's probably more things that are resistant to fire than electricity. Certainly more things resistant to cold, which is one of the reasons why I'm not too concerned about Minsk losing that 1 extra point of cold damage with his attacks. And, of course, we're going to be fighting vampires coming up, which don't take any damage from cold at all. Acid, cold, and fire. I don't know. It is 25 strength, though. If I had another way to get like, Gauntlets of Ogre Power or something like that, then I'd definitely consider it. The thing that kind of annoys me is, like, again, rather than just programming it to work with the way that the items work in the actual game, they have it do something else entirely. If you have Gauntlets of Ogre Power, Girdle of Storm Giant, a Girdle of Giant Strength of any sort, and I guess it is the Hammer of Thunderbolts. It just adds all the bonuses together. Now, that said, I would have to use both of those on one person in that case, so I would be losing that that effect anyway, so, I don't know. Definitely need to think about it. I might wrap up the recording session after this and then give it some thought. But for now, let's go ahead and use the Deck of Many Things.
Yes?
Okay, so, you get 3 draws. The 4th draw makes the item disappear. There's 2 possible quote-unquote bad draws and 2 possible quote-unquote good draws. That doesn't really accurately reflect what you can get. The good draws are Uriale or Uriel. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. User suffers a permanent +1 penalty to all saving throws. No save, no dispel, not curable. Evocation spell. Flames. Summons hostile creatures, 1 Balor, and 4 fire elementals. Gem, 1 rogue stone, King's Tear, a star sapphire, emerald, and diamond added to inventory. And Jester, user receives 50,000 XP. Those last 2 are also evocation spells. So those are the quote-unquote good draws. The bad draws are Donjon, user imprisoned, save versus death at +8 penalty to negate, abjuration spell, or ruin, lose all gold, evocation spell. What I actually want is imprisonment, and I want to cast a spell first. And the reason for that is because when you draw the second one, you get different sets of things based on whether your first one was a quote-unquote good or quote-unquote bad. And then with the second, if you had a bad draw first, then you have the chance to get +1 dexterity if you are thief or bard, +1 intelligence if you are a wizard, +1 wisdom if you are a cleric, or priest, I should say, otherwise +1 strength. So I could give this over to, have Minsk use that to get the +1 strength. I will end up with the +1 intelligence, because it's an if-then statement, essentially. If you have any thief classes, you will get the dexterity. If not, if you have any wizard classes, you get the intelligence. If not, if you have any priest classes, you get the wisdom. If not, then you get the strength. So I would get the intelligence. Minsk would get strength. Jahara and Viconia would get the wisdom, which isn't bad. I assume Imoen would get dexterity, but I'm not positive, because her current class is not thief, it's mage. But I think given that she is dual-classed, she would get the dexterity. And then Aerie would get the intelligence. So my intelligence would go up to 20, which I don't think has any real effect in the game other than increasing my lore a little bit. And now Aerie's lore is higher than mine again. Minsk strength would go up to would be at 19, so I could get rid of the belt. So actually, that's kind of I'm actually kind of leaning towards that now. Jahara, wisdom 15's not bad. She'd get an extra spell out of it. They don't have there's no other real effect that she would get out of that though. So, Viconia, wisdom 19. I don't know if they include bonus spells for having wisdom above 18. Imoen, dexterity up to 19. It would help with some of her thief skills a little bit. Otherwise, intelligence. 18 intelligence would not be bad. Same thing with Aerie, intelligence of 18. But I can just use potions to get around the problem with intelligence right now. So, yeah, I think I'm leaning towards getting the strength on Minsk. Let's go ahead and take this belt off for now just to get that. So he would go up to 19 strength. I mean, I wouldn't mind having 20 intelligence just for the sake of it, but I don't think it has any real effect otherwise. So yeah, I think that I'll get Minsk the strength.
You point, I
Okay,
punch.
so
What is it?
let's go ahead and quick save. Actually, I should have cast this first. Spell immunity, I want abjuration. There we go. Okay. So, deck of many things. The deck seems to vibrate in expectation as you remove it from your pack. The immediate area grows warmer for a moment, magical energy invisibly radiating from the metal plaques. Draw one of the cards. Running your fingers along the edge of the metallic plaques, you finally make a decision and remove your chosen card from the deck. A striking scene of a bolt of blue lightning striking and destroying a tall tower covers a plaque. From the tower, a horrified man falls to his death. The card is clearly labeled Ruin. Yay! Lost gold.
Alright, listen, Beefy. I may be an intelligent sort, but I've had no formal education.
Okay, gem. Don't care.
Come on, what about now? Let's kill!
Uriel. Saving throws lowered.
You know, my last owner always said
Now I
I was...
remember
Actually, I
that
should
shot
be
when he
reading
was
what the
always
descriptions are.
He was such an ass.
There's Ruin again.
Choke up, dolt! Your lips all wrong!
The plaque depicts a clear scene of a smiling man holding a diamond up to the light. The diamond is vividly real and seems to glitter with its own magic. The card is labeled Gem. I don't remember a gem card in the deck of many things. I need to go back and look. But, don't care about that.
Tastes like chicken.
You're creepy, Lilikor. Why do you have to speak every time I load the game? The visage of a Medusa upon this card seems almost alive, her gaze boring into you as her snakes writhe. That's probably Uriale then. Uriale then. Nope.
You can't be serious.
I love how I'm getting the same things multiple times. Like, there's other ones that I could get, like Jester. And, of course, the one that I want, Donjon. There we go. Flame's depiction of fire seems almost to flicker and writhe, laced with anger, jealousy, and envy. Written in charcoal black is the card's title, Flames. Again, I'm pretty sure that's not in the deck of many things. Hi. Bye. There's Ruin again.
I am invincible. Invincible, I say!
Good for you, Lilikor. Uriale, then.
You can't be serious.
He doesn't like me, reloading the game, apparently. This plaque depicts a strange scene of a smiling man hung upside down by one foot. Oddly, the card gives you a good feeling, almost a need to laugh. It is labeled Jester. It's more like the, I mean, other than the smiling man, but the hung upside down by one foot, that's oftentimes a hanged man image. 50,000 experience points. Not enough to make a
Don't
difference.
chop wood, okay? I'm not an axe. I am invincible. Invincible, I say!
The plaque depicts a scene filled with black runes and what appears to be a man screaming in terror inside of a cage. It is clearly labeled Don John. Don Johnson? Spell ineffective. Alright, so that is what I wanted. Now, if we'd gotten a good draw, the second one, we could get bad draw of Void, user disintegrate, save versus death, +8 penalty. To negate, alteration spell, Magician, user turned into a rabbit, no save, dispellable, alteration. The good draws are Knight, summon 4 hostile demon knights, which might have good equipment, but Rogue, user gets Dire Charmed for 500 in-game days, no save, no dispel, kill and revive the user to cure, enchantment spell. Sun, party receives 30,000 XP. So that's the party, which is not bad. 50,000 XP each. Vizier, user gets Mantle for 24 in-game hours, Abjuration spell. Not worth it, temporary benefit. So that's one reason why we didn't want to get any of the... we didn't want a good draw in the first one. Those are not that great. So we are looking for Star on our second drawing. Let's go ahead and quick... Monsters are about. Apparently the deck counts as monsters or something like that. Alright, so hand this over to you.
You point, I punch.
Okay, so I'm going to quick save again, and let's see what we get. Draw one of the cards. Well, okay. The scene of a young woman emerging from a still pond greets you. The woman smiling gently, and the night sky is so real and vast it startles you. The card is labeled Star. You feel a surge of strength. Strength increase, Minsk. Okay, 19 strength. Deck of many things back to me. Okay, so the other ones that we could have gotten, again, there's only one bad draw, quote-unquote. User disintegrates, save versus death at +8 penalty to negate, alteration spell. The good draws are Key, the Warder's Signet, added to inventory evocation spell. And that is a Ring of Protection +3. As far as I know, it's the only way to get it, but I have a Ring of Protection +2 that I'm not using. So, I've got multiple people who could use it, but they have other rings that I want. So, Rogue, user gets Dire Charm for 500 in-game days, no save, etc., etc. Sun again, and Vizier again. So that's the only way to get the Star, which is a permanent +1 stat increase. Next up, if we had gotten all good draws so far, then we could get the chance of Skull, summons hostile Death Shade, tries to kill the user, disappears once the user is dead. Moon, user gets +10 hit points permanently, Necromancy spell. Talons, user blinded, no save, remove curse to cure, Conjuration spell. Fool, user wisdom set to 3, no save, remove curse to cure, user confused for 1 turn, no save, dispellable, remove curse to cure, Necromancy spell. Comet, user gains 5% fire resistance permanently. And Erinyes, user gets all ability scores +1 for 24 in-game hours, no dispel. So, again, some of those are good, but all of those are also available on the other thing. Let's see. Except for Talon, user blinded, no save. So, yeah. None of those are all that great. For our third draw here, we can still get Skull, the hostile Death Shade. We can get Throne. Party receives 1 million XP, so that's about 166,000 each. Not bad, but at the same time, we don't need it. I mean, we're really high level as it is. That would not get Elmendretta a level. That would not get Minsk a level. I would get Jahara a level. A fighter level. That would get Viconia a level. Would not get Imoen a level, and it would not get Eri a level. So, I'm not too keen on that one. Moon, user gets +10 hit points permanently. That's what I'm going to go for. Then there's Fool again, Comet, and Erinyes. So, I'd rather get the +10 hit points, just because it's a permanent boost. I could give it to almost anyone else. I mean, Eri doesn't have a whole lot of hit points, but at the same time, Imoen and Eri, I keep them out of combat as much as possible anyway, so... I would rather try to get Moon on Elmendretta. Alright, draw one of the cards. A picture of a bone-white skull immediately greets you. As if animate, the skull grins and immediately fills you with fear. The card is labeled Skull. Again, that should be just death. Don't care.
You know what? Long time ago? Yeah, I was like
Patience for
a
cities.
moonblade.
Our stay had best be a short one.
Skull again.
Come get some. Booyah!
Alright, so you are startled by the picture of a blazing fiery rock as the picture of a blazing fiery rock seems to leap out at you from the card. Its golden trail leading deep within the black background. The card is labeled Comet. Whee! Resist fire. So my fire resistance is 5. But 5 is not that great. I mean, if it was like a permanent 50%,
Can we go whack
definitely
something
worth
now?
considering.
The stink of the collective living. I despise them all.
That is Comet again.
Some of my finest work.
Alright, Throne. That's the 1 million XP. The card depicts a man seated upon an iron throne, his countenance commanding and regal both. For a moment, you are sure the figure nods to you solemnly. The card is labeled Throne. Let's see. Now, admittedly, I'm going to go up a level really soon. Oh, so close. All right, so I thought Jahara would go up a level, but I was really close. So, I mean, like, the next fight, she'd go up a level. But, I mean, what's the difference between 28 and 29? Not much, really. It's really not much. That said, Imoen is pretty close with that. So, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. But it's just experience. We can get that in so many other
Can we go
ways.
whack something now?
Alright. The card shows an achingly beautiful woman half hidden by a lantern held in front of her as she moves through the darkness. The night sky behind her is bright and vividly real. A label below reads Moon. Hit points increased. 132. I will take that. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw one of the cards. Running your fingers along the edge of the metallic plaques, you finally make a decision to remove your chosen card from the deck. The card shows an old man with flaming red hair and fiery eyes staring out at you. In his hands, he holds a scale. The small silver bowls evenly balanced. The card is clearly labeled Balance. Almost immediately, you realize that the man is the creator of the deck. The image both smiles slightly and nods to you, tapping the scale in his withered hands. What remains of the deck of many things begins to fade suddenly, and within the space of a moment, it is gone forever. Okay. It is gone. Which is, fine. So, with that, I think we will go and get the, Oh, that's right, you could wear that. We'll get the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. What belt do you have? Missile and Piercing. That's that one. Yeah, so I don't really care about this one. So yes, I think we will go ahead and get the other thing. That does free up some slot for her to take something there. I will need to think about what I want to equip in her hands.
It will be done.
But let's go ahead and get that Hammer of Thunderbolts. I'll keep the other flail around. It is good.
Certainly.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
What would that involve? Sounds fine. Let's do it. 10,000 gold lost. Alright, and this will wrap up the session, I think. once he finishes. Eventually. Hurry up, sir. You got rats, you know.
Bad enough without ye bothering me.
Achievement unlocked. A legendary relic. Why didn't I get it before? Okay, go ahead and equip that. Oh, right, no, actually, her strength would go way down if I... Oh, I'm not even going to be able to equip this. Yeah, that's actually problematic, but we'll deal with it. We'll figure something else out. Yeah, I mean, kind of going to be forced to use nothing but that weapon now, but we've got other stuff. So go ahead and hold on to it. It's done. It's fine. I'll look through my equipment, see if there's any other gauntlets that I can give to Jaheira. Like maybe these. Yeah, just go with that for now. Alright, that will bring this episode to a close. When we come back next time, we'll finally go face Bodhi and hopefully eliminate her once and for all. See you then, everyone.